All right, there we go. Check audio clear. All right, let's do this. Let's see if I can record. What's happening? What's happening? Give me my track. Why am I not able to record right now? There we go. That's the button I'm looking for. Bam. All right, we're gonna get this started. Welcome back everyone. Having a little technical difficulties right now. Pardon me one moment while I get myself together, and we're gonna get into this video. All right, so Apple just released the M1 chip. You may have heard about it. It's out on the web right now. I just started seeing articles today. I was out and about, and it is a interesting bet. And we're going to get into it right now. So I want to hear your thoughts below. Leave a comment. Remember, I respond to all comments on this channel within the first 48 hours. So let's get into it. So I am, for one, a recent MacBook convert. So I used to have a PC, a Lenovo. One point, it's an older Lenovo from like 2011. It was still pretty powerful, but definitely not going to get the job done for making YouTube videos and things like that. But it was great for like Photoshop, which I really bought it for at the time. I was really into photography and working on my Photoshop skills. And then, of course, through photography, I got into video, and then that's when I saw the bottleneck in my computer. So, you know, I upgraded the memory and everything on it. And just recently, I now have a MacBook Pro 16-inch. Now, the reasoning behind me buying the MacBook Pro 16-inch was obviously video editing. I wasn't going to purchase the Air. I wasn't going to purchase a desktop, which I felt is probably the better price for what you want to do as far as being able to expand it. But I wanted something portable. My studio is a lot smaller now, so I wanted something portable. So instead of a desktop, which I was so used to, and I even considered the mini as well. But yeah, I just didn't want to have an extra monitor, have to buy two monitors. I was like, I'll just get the MacBook Pro. Makes all the sense in the world. So I got the most spec'd out one I could get with the 4 USB-C Thunderbolt ports, and the mid-range processor, not the super fast processor. But it's been the best experience I've ever had with a computer. I come from a long background of using everything from back to like compact back in the days all the way up until my recent Lenovo. So computers have frustrated me for a while, just because, you know, when you really get deep into it, you end up spending a lot of money upgrading it just to end up basically like we do with phones now, always upgrading the next year over and over again, especially if you're going to use it for, you know, building like a business behind it. You want it to be efficient and you don't want it to bog you down. And Windows has definitely gotten better over the years, but I was definitely starting to use my iPad more. The first thing I ever had from the kind of Apple world besides the iPhone was an iPad, and I really enjoyed using that. And this was back when they had like the what was it, like the iPad with cellular, when that was first new. That was an awesome experience. So I still to this day use an iPad for a lot of my work because it's so convenient. So now with the MacBook, it makes the whole experience just make all the sense in the world. And today they're now announcing the M1 chip. So they're getting away from Intel and they're going off and using their own processor to run the whole system. And they're going to have some apps that are work together, some apps that are going to be just created for the iOS system, so you can use those apps that you get on your phone as well. And it looks like this is going to be the best way to get into Apple right now, only because all of these share the same chip and they're way more powerful than, or at least they're comparing it to be as powerful as, you know, 2 times faster than your leading PC, right? So if I was to get into the PC world, the best selling PC not necessarily is always like the most the most efficient computer you can get, right? But if you build a PC, you're typically spending about a good $2,000 anyways to get into it with something that you can actually do video editing on. Well, in video editing, gaming, all of those things require a intensive processor speed, a lot of RAM, you name it. Apple has solved that problem. So with their least expensive purchase, you can still do everything you could with the powerful PC. So that just means Apple has now made it affordable and powerful. I'm not even looking at efficiency because I feel like that just comes with the ecosystem of Apple. They're always trying to make it more efficient, and which is why they're created the M1 chip for their PCs now instead of using the less efficient chips from Intel. They've created their own, and now they're gonna give us the most efficient PC. And we see that means that they don't even have to go up on prices. Like, they're not doubling prices. They've been shut down upgrading your own RAM on your MacBook. So, you weren't going to get that anyways. And I don't really see a need to it as long as you purchase it knowing in your head what you expected of the computer. And now all of these, you can expect the same from everything from now the MacBook Air to the MacBook Mini. Or sorry, what's that called? The Mac Pro Mini, whatever, and the MacBook Pro. All of three of them now share the same chip, right? And you can still configure it to get, as much RAM or as much memory as you want with your SSD. So this is pretty much Apple's future sold up in one. Like they've done it. They've knocked it out of the park, in my opinion. I definitely won't be buying one. But if the way I look at it does this work for business, right? Is it affordable? And with technology being like really big within families, is it easy for like kids and grandparents, right? So like I always, have to help my mom like set up a Roku sometimes because Roku doesn't just let you plug it in like a TV. She has to go in there and go through menus, and she's like, yo, I just plugged the cable in and it worked back in the day. Now what's all of this going on? So I gotta go through and set it up for her, and she doesn't want to even play with an app. She's not even looking into it, doesn't want to pay for an app, right? So I kind of want it the same way when she goes to get like a computer, because her iPad is getting old, or your iPhone is getting old. You want something that's gonna work, and like this is great because now you have those same apps she would be used to on her iPhone or her iPad. They can use them on the computer. Your parents are happy. They have a bigger screen. And even at the lowest price, they can still do anything from, just browsing the web to a full-on video of their day if they wanted to, So that's exciting to me to know that they've made the PC experience way more pleasant. The only issues I've had, I wrote some of them down here, since I've had like 2 random freezes where I was kind of like, oh gosh, what's this about? And one of them was my fault. I didn't realize I have an external drive now, but before I had an external drive, I only had my RAM, and I only had, not my RAM, my SSD memory is only about 512 gigabytes. So that's, half a terabyte. I filled it up with video, didn't know. Now my computer won't boot up, and I was terrified. And I did like some troubleshooting on my phone trying to figure it out because it just wouldn't boot back up. And I realized I had put too much shit on there. I had to delete some stuff. I had to delete a lot of stuff because I didn't have an external drive. So now I have an external drive. Going into my next PC, I would definitely get more memory. You'll be surprised with the way videos are, because they are so detailed with 4K now. Even on your phone, the files are so much larger, so you fill up an SD card like it's a freaking floppy disk. It's crazy. You would think you could go a lot further, but you can't. So yeah, that's my thoughts on the new M1 chip from Apple. I'm not gonna break down each computer, but I will say the fact that even the low cost of each level of these computers is just as respectable for every type of creator you are, whether you do videos, whether you do graphics, whatever it is you do. You're not going to have something that's inefficient, and you're not going to have something that doesn't go into the future with you as well. You'll still be able to use this product well into 4 years down the road. And you know, I salute to Apple for this one right here. Like I said, I'm not gonna buy one, but it's definitely a good business move on their part, especially with them now manufacturing their own chips. So now they pay less to Intel. So we're gonna see Apple blow up. Isn't that awesome? Another tech company getting rich. But the great thing is, we're getting some awesome products. Their technology, like just now, I noticed that my headphones like connect to whatever's close by me. It is like instant now. And for those of you who've had a home studio or computers or dealt with Bluetooth and all these technologies over the years, I think Apple is really getting the seamless part down. Other companies definitely have, like Google definitely has search down. Amazon definitely have the convenience down. But Apple is just seamless. And I respect the fact that they're trying to do it without advertising to us too heavy. You know, I thought Apple TV was definitely going to have ads, and it doesn't. It doesn't have any good shows to watch, but it is what it is. All right, y'all, that's my time. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, get into something else. I hope you guys are doing well. I want you to love life. Check me out here on Oakland Sunshine Daily with the news. And until next time, life.